Hello and welcome to Kamilla Singh Show. Thank you for tuning in. I will be introducing you the guests who are on our show later. But first, if you know of someone who we should contact and who has the knowledge to share with the rest of us, please let us know. We will be more than happy to contact them to come to our show and share their knowledge and expertise.
Find the mantra for all your travel needs. Get your cheapest air tickets. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your vacation. Fair Mantra has the mantra for all your holiday needs. Make the call and steal your deal with Fair Mantra. Call 1-855-962-6872 or 1-604-262-6872.
Studios, it's my pleasure to introduce you to two gentlemen. And thank you for joining us on a Saturday. Saturday is always a beautiful day. And the people that work Monday to Friday, they're off on Saturday. But thank you for spending part of your Saturday with us. And today I have Paul Dhillon, who is the producer and director of Anti-Gang music video. And with him, Sammy Toora, who is a gangster in this music video. And they are here to talk about the new Anti-Gang music video that they have done, and we're going to chat with them to find out why was this necessary in our community. So welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, Kamilla.
So Paul, talk a little bit about, and I know you produced the film, which we talked a lot about it
That's
in
right.
other program.
Yeah.
And today we're going to switch the gears and talk about another incentive that you have taken. It's Anti-Gang music video. So you are the director and the producer of this as well?
That's right. It was a concept that spearheaded by my partner, Singh Nanji Dhaliwal. He's a songwriter.
Okay.
So he wrote a song called Nishane, which is in Punjabi,
Nishane, yeah.
it's called Nishane, and then in the English translation is targets.
Yes.
So, because as you know, about the gang crime in our community here going on for decades now, with over 200 young men dead in violence. So it's ongoing, as you know, the shootings in Surrey, Abbotsford, and the killings, and they continue. And then we wanted to just do some small part on our part to say, hey, there's a better way, there's a different way of not doing this, not getting involved, and what the consequences of being involved in gangs is. It's basically body bag, like you're killed and police take you away in a body bag. So this is something we started off with. After I heard the song, I wrote a small script for the music video, like a short film that we wanted to do. And then we set out to, say how we're going to produce it. So we raised some funds. Nanji is the main one who's been spearheading the fundraising. He basically used a lot of his own money. And then, we wanted to do something for the community, so not something we wanted to go get funding, and it takes too long, But we still hope that other people in the community, like corporates and stuff, will help us with some donations and support us. And some people have, like for example, Kids Play has contributed time as well as some funds for the production of the music video, which we had a premiere at their gang forum recently in late November. Okay. So that's where we launched the music video. Okay. It's not public yet, the music video, because we're trying to work it up in a better launch on the YouTube and other places as well.
So where would it go? Where is this music video gonna?
We are hoping through Kids Play that it goes into their archives and they use it to think, and as well as when they do their presentations in high schools, they will use that music video as part of that presentation. Yeah. So that's one thing. And second thing is, obviously it's being launched on music, on TV channels as well as on YouTube and so forth, as a way to, because we wanted to use the music video format because young people are watching a lot of music video. A lot of Punjabi music videos, they glorify violence. Yes. They have the guns and stuff, and I'll do this to you and all that. So we wanted to play against that and say, okay, we still have gangsters and all that, but here's what the consequences is. Here's what happens to you when you get into that lifestyle. It's not all about, sexy women and all that kind of lifestyle. No, that is just the lure, lure of the devil. Yeah. So, and you have to be careful and you have to watch. you have a family, you have parents, you have siblings. You live for that. Live for your family. Don't do short-term gain and so the fun and excitement of wanting in. So this is what our message was that we wanted to do, right? So maybe
Yeah,
Sammy can talk about from the
yeah.
acting side.
Yeah. So he acted like a gangster.
He made me gangster.
No, he might be a gangster.
And I acted like a gangster.
Yeah. So your role in this music video is
Yeah, because it's not like a gang pride song or anything. It's something like that. Maybe I'm not interested to do that one. So that's why he told me we have to show, gangster.
yeah.
bad
What the
things,
gangsters
and we have to
look like, yeah.
educate the kid, the way they're going is not really, heaven.
Yeah.
It's like a
and there's
drain.
so many
Yeah.
youth we have
Yeah,
lost.
so that's why we want to show, consequences getting into the gang, you're going to get killed at the last, It's not like a party and fun and big cars and all these kind of things. So we just want to educate people about, you're going to end up in the,
So
body
your
bag
role
at
as
the
a
last.
gangster is, do you recruit the youth or the young people?
Yeah, the
into-
story.
in-
Yeah, the story is about this one. I goes to the school and use those kids, to
Show
put
them.
in the gangs
Yeah.
and show them money and all these big things
Limelight, yeah.
and limelights, all these, so that they can attract and come to you and join to sell the drugs. The small amount first, then slowly get involved in bigger things. So that's put them in trouble and end up that.
Yeah.
So we want to educate them, not to get into the gangs. So it's not like a pride, like have a gun showing
Yeah,
song, something
yeah,
like, feeling proud to be a gangster.
Yeah,
Right.
carrying the guns
So
and
that's an educational film. So I think everyone should watch this film and support,
yeah.
this kind of music videos.
Yeah.
If they don't support this kind of music video, I think then you see, what they're seeing now.
Right.
Right?
So, Paul, I was going to think about it. There are a lot of people do watch this kind of music video, and some of the singers in the Punjabi community, you and me, I don't even have to say that.
Yeah.
So that's how they do, and they look at the watches, the rings they wear, and the money, and the
Yeah.
fame, and the car, everything. And I think that also puts it that if I can go there, I will be like one of them.
That's exactly the point of those that why we started that campaign and Cal has talked a lot of the Sanchez also
Yeah.
talked he's the cop and so he's been telling a lot of the Punjabi singers don't do that, but then they go well we if we talk if we don't start that lifestyle nobody watches, but that's like what I said to him was look, listen, first of all, you can have that kind of, if you want to have that kind of music video, you can, but the consequences in that music video should be fatal. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be like, I do this and somebody running scared. Nobody want that. In Canada, you can't do that. Call you cop and you'll be inside. You won't be much gangster, It's law and order situation here is different than let's say in India.
Yeah.
In India, you could be a gangster in your neighborhood or in your area, rural, and police even can't do nothing.
Yeah, and
because
it's
they're
also
too,
controlled by
they're
so
controlled
many
by,
people with money and fame and,
Exactly. So this is why we wanted to say, and also wanted to show in the music video that sometimes there's one level of recruiting
Yeah.
young high school
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
to selling drug. Second, to keep them there, they work them in a way that they're selling, then they send a guy to rob them. Now they can't leave the gang. Because now they
I
owe
know.
now they owe
Money.
the gangster the money, right? So that's one technique they use to keep them in there. Like, because they find out after they come in, they do a little bit, they find out this could be dangerous, so
Yeah.
they want to leave.
Yeah.
So they want to keep them by doing this, So
And they make them their slave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but
They work for free.
yeah, so we use that part of the storyline. Music video is only like 3-4 minutes. This is 6 minutes long. Also, we want to thank like a lot of people, but mainly like people like there's a legend, Bollywood legend, and Punjabi film legend, Rana Jangwadar. He's a big actor, veteran actor, legend. So he's provided the opening voice for us for the music video, and a lot of other people has helped out. Like like I said, Haniel provided a lot of the actors. Sammy brought in some people. A lot of people, contributed so much of their effort into the music video. Limo companies who provided us limo.
Yeah.
Other people. So we want to thank them all. That it's been a great project. It's come out to the satisfaction of everyone, the way we had decided when we set it out that this is the kind of thing we want to make. So we had the premiere, and we had a great reaction at the premiere. A lot of people came to us and said, this is fantastic. It speaks to that generation, but it tells them, hey, don't do it. But does it in a way that it doesn't talk down to them. It doesn't, do it in a way that it's not effective. It's very effective. So, you haven't seen it, but when you see it, you will see that, how we've used archival footage, news footage, actual killings, mix them all up in the music video to give that effectiveness.
And this is how long this is music video?
About 6 minutes in
6
total.
minutes with everything in.
Credits, everything,
All the-
opening and all that, yeah.
With all the people that have been killed, and were you able to talk to the parents of the people that have?
We wanted to do supplement later on of, where we have people who have been affected by gang violence to speak and have their stories as part of a website. It's an ongoing project, so as we get more funding, we can continue doing more effort in that.
But
That's
this is
what
the first message you want to put it out.
Exactly,
To get the people tune into that.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's your production.
Right.
So that's wonderful. After the first film that you have done with the Fusion Generation, this is your, is this project done now almost?
The Fusion Generation.
No, that is done. That is this thing, the anti-gang.
Yeah,
music.
Targets is already done and already premiered at the anti-gang
So the name
forum.
of this thing is called Target.
Targets.
Okay,
yeah.
Targets.
Targets, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Because that's a word that the police uses
Yeah.
when they describe in so-and-so as a target.
Yeah.
So-and-so has been targeted.
Yeah.
Because when they say it was a targeted killing.
Yeah.
So we are playing right into that whole aspect.
The language, yeah.
Yes. Yes, that's why it's very effective, and people really enjoyed it, and it's reaching out to further than our community even. So because it's speaking to a language that is about the gangs and about how police tackles them and all that kind of thing.
And how the news reporting is too.
Exactly.
That when there is a South Asian, they will name it as a South Asian man found dead or found running away from the scene or whatever.
Yeah.
They just name that. I don't know why they have to, but that's what they say.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you say there is a guy seen running away from that, right?
Well, I mean, from police perspective, they also give descriptions of everyone: South Asian, Caucasian, Chinese, Black. They do because it's for the public to know. Okay, maybe they've seen that guy. So if they don't identify them by race, then because they're putting out information to get information, so they can't get information if they say, oh, so and so was there, right? So that's one of the reasons.
I think recently they start doing that.
Yeah.
But they are not just naming South Asian. Like sometimes you feel, oh, the gangsters are South Asian only.
Yeah.
But they are not.
No, they're not.
Yeah, there's so many other. Every community, everybody has some kind of things happening in their community.
Only thing there's lots. There's probably more gangsters in the mainstream and other communities than our community. But the problem is that it's our young kids or young men who've been being killed. So then there isn't that many killing in the Chinese community, black, white. There isn't that much. But in the South Asian, if you've seen in the months of October, November, December, almost once a week, there's a guy dead, one guy dead. That should be alarming to the community. It should be, what's happening. Yeah. But I guess it's become so much now that we are not, desensitized.
With the issue that it will happen, or maybe outcry and all that, and maybe next week something else to focus on, a new crime committed. And I think when you talk about that, I think Surrey, they said, is a target or capital of Vancouver, Metro Vancouver, or in Canada. But Abbotsford is getting quite bad as well, because where South Asians live, and this. So
I think Abbotsford is worse now probably than Surrey, because a lot of the a lot of the crime is originating from that and sometimes ending up here.
Yeah.
And so there's a back and forth, because what has happened is that a lot of people don't know is that just before the Olympics, the 2012 Olympics in Vancouver, the VPD, Sammy knows that, they basically drove hard against them and captured all the ones, whatever reasons for small crime or whatever, put them in jail. Yeah. So basically now Vancouver club nightlife, it's very tightly restricted.
Yeah.
So what gangsters have done is they're saying, okay, why go and expose yourself there?
Yeah.
So they move themselves to Surrey, Abbotsford, Aldergrove, Langley. So they've gone the valley side.
Yeah.
They think it's safe.
Yeah.
Okay, to operate.
Yeah.
Like they obviously still go to Vancouver, but there isn't a lot of work now or drug stuff done in Vancouver.
Yes.
Maybe some distribution,
Yeah.
but not the actual where the gangsters used to hang out.
And they used
Yeah.
to be the capital, the hub, at one point in time.
Exactly.
Not anymore. And comparing Vancouver, the population, and the cops, how many is there? So they are all taken care. Wherever the RCMPs are, they don't have that
It's a big
officer
area.
per capita.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Look at Surrey. Surrey is growing by 1,000 people per month.
Yeah.
New people are moving in here.
Yeah.
But we are not increasing the RCMP by that.
Yeah. Well, I think, policing costs, as you know, they did increase by 100 officers, then that's not enough, right? But there's a level of, crime that is hard no matter how much police you add to it, right? Now the city of Surrey, as you know, has decided to go through their own policing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, I don't know whether that'll be effective. Abbotsford has their own policing.
Yeah.
It's not that effective.
Yeah.
So it's not about changing police force. It's going to be suddenly crime is gone because you're getting a city police force.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's more of a political thing that the current city council decided to do,
Yeah.
and that's fine. It's all about politics. If you elect them, they have to do that, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's not because VPD is a civic force.
Yeah,
There's lots
yeah.
of civic forces, but the crime is same. RCMP has nothing to do with that. RCMP can do more, and they are doing more. They are now, like they just arrested two young Indo-Canadian men this week who were involved in shootings and some crime, and took them up because they're taking a very aggressive approach now,
Yeah.
which they have to do because they can't just watch these guys operate.
Yeah.
They got to take them down,
Yeah.
and that's what they're doing, and that's because the pressure is coming from the public as well as from the police. the city hall and all of them that it needs to be nabbed, right? So
So this music video that you are doing, where you are planning to use it? I know Kids Play, you mentioned Kids Play,
Yeah.
because there are a lot of kids there to
Yeah.
make them education
Yeah.
on this would be a lifestyle if you are not with
Yeah,
that or
yeah.
stay into gangs and all that.
Yeah.
And where are you planning to distribute all over the school system? It's not like
Yeah.
study thing is everywhere.
yeah,
We'll
we
talk about that
hopefully with the
school
help
board.
of Kids Play, because they have a connection with the school system that they do anti-gang workshops
yeah.
all over the Lower Mainland, or at least Surrey area and more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're hopefully through them we can try to have it into the school system where it can be shown as part of anti-gang week or activities and that kind of thing.
Right.
And then obviously it'll have a very wide distribution through YouTube and
YouTube.
TV channels and so forth when we release it, when
Oh,
we
when
actually
you say
officially release it
Yeah.
into the public, yeah.
Yeah. And you're going to be planning to do that when? By when?
We are planning soon. We have, we're trying to also get it into the South Asian Film Festival in Toronto. So we are trying to make it all work right now, partnership with India, because we're also trying to release in India the video. So we're working all that right now. It's currently in process, and hopefully the announcement of the dates will be soon. Yeah.
So when you talk about India, and let's switch the table a little bit, and we talked about Surrey, we talked about Abbotsford, Vancouver, and all that. Metro Vancouver is an issue about these gangs and
Yeah.
music and all that. And this thing is produced in India. All these videos that we see
Yeah.
right now, either
Yeah.
produced in Punjab or not so much in Bollywood, or maybe it is. I
Yeah.
don't watch all that. So is this gonna be effective in that country as well, or in so?
I think so, because they also have a big, huge crime syndicate problem.
Yes.
It's a gang problem. It's more like, they have crime syndicates because the country is so big, right?
Yes.
We call them gangs here because it's small.
Yeah.
There they have, India's got over 1.2 billion people. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of crime in different parts of the states, UP, whatever, right? So, it's effective because they're facing a lot of the same problems.
Okay.
Gangsterism is a big issue in Punjab as well as in other states, right? So we hope that a message from their brothers abroad, that this is a
Coming
story
back,
from
yeah.
abroad coming into their thing,
Yeah.
be uniquely received, and we're hoping that it also have some effect there, because the message should be strong and it's universal story and song, so it should be like that, yeah.
So when you look at just gang problems, not just music video or whatever, the gangsters, the youth getting into gangs, like we see it here, right? We hear people, parents are losing their children, gangs, drugs, and all that. Is it also the big same issue where it originated, like in India, where they come from?
Yeah.
Is it?
Same issue there.
Is the same issue there? People
Yeah.
are losing their
Yeah.
kids due to. And is
More
there more women?
drug addictions there. It
Yeah.
is like mostly drug addiction.
Yeah.
There, what they did is, like there, they have a bigger problem than they have here. Here we have some addicts in our community, although our community is not affected by addiction, other than alcohol.
Yes.
Where hard drugs are, and now these days, hard drug addiction, whether it's cocaine or that kind of thing, is deadly because they're mixing fentanyl into it, so many people are dying, right? In fact, a very well-known guy from our community, was very flashy with his Lamborghini, Bobby Batra.
Yeah.
He died from that
I
fentanyl,
know,
right?
yeah.
So we, so basically the problem in India is that there's lots of addiction there, and a lot of people are being addicted because the psychology is crazy. The gangster decided to move all the product, whether it's heroin, cocaine, whatever thing, is that you get youngsters affected. Give them free first. Now they're affected. Now use women as prostitution. They're addicted, so they need drugs. So they use them for prostitution because, hey, go make some money. Then you can have the drug, right? So it's that kind of very, very sinister, bad thing happening there.
in there.
So yes, they have a bigger problem than us, than what we have.
Before I forget, something came in. What about the women, the young women recruited into drugs and gangs and all that? Do you see more of that? Is it happening here?
I think there's
Or prostitution?
It's happening, but
Yeah.
it's not that much, but it's still happening.
Yeah.
You can't say no, it's happening.
See, women come into the here.
I'm talking about South Asian, our
Yeah,
women.
yeah. I'm
not
talking about
men.
young.
Yeah.
And so we understand that. So what happened? The young women from our community is getting into the gang, not as recruits, but of girlfriends of these.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guy comes, he's got a
Yeah.
flashy car, he's got money to buy, takes her to,
Yeah.
Park
Hang around with
Vancouver, Fairmont downtown, clubbing
Having
and all,
had a night
right? She
dining,
doesn't
yeah.
know he's a drug dealer,
Yeah,
right?
the money
But
is
then
coming.
once you fall in love, you become, it's like you become invested
Yeah,
in each
yeah,
other.
right.
So, like it's hard for the girl to leave. That is how a lot of the women end up in that game because they don't know getting in. They're getting
So
into that,
dangerous with
because
that.
they get into the lifestyle. Like
Yeah.
the guys treating good, dinners and all that, and that's why everybody wants, right? At the end of the day, women want that, men want nice girl, and that kind of thing, and a car and a bank balance to treat them all nice. Everybody wants that,
Yeah.
but to achieve that, sometimes you can't take easy route. You must work hard, go to school, get a job. Nobody wants to wait. They want to do it now. And that's something, obviously, you learn the hard way.
And I think also for the girls, they have invested this in there. They are used to the lifestyle. And it's dangerous for them. And the boyfriend, whatever, the gangster, not going to let the woman walk around because they know all the secrets now.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's very dangerous for them.
It's
to-
tough, yeah. Relationships, as we said in the film thing,
The same thing like film we're talking about.
Yeah. That is very hard to break that cycle.
Yeah.
You either, but also they know. When they get into that, they don't know that they could be the target. Your boyfriend is a target as well. He's
Yeah.
the one.
Yes.
But just because you are traveling in the front seat with him, you could be dead. He could be target.
And
like
it's
I
happened.
said,
It's happened where I remember a year ago or so, where that woman was shot and she was driving, she had a baby
Yeah.
next to it, right?
Yeah.
And she died, right? So,
That's
I mean, she was only the girlfriend or the mother of the kid, right? So.
Anyways, thank you so much,
Yeah, thank you,
gentlemen. Be
Kamilla.
able to come talk. And now we talked a lot about this anti-gang music video.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward for the release of it. And we will show you a little bit of a clip in our show about the
100%.
6 minutes.
Yeah, no, and thank you, Kamilla, for having us. And you do a lot of stuff for the community. You do a lot of stuff for the South Asian Indo-Canadian community as well as the Fijian Canadian community. And we always have a lot of good things to say about you in the community. So keep up the great work too that you're doing. And we're very happy that you're involved in helping to shape the community.
Thank you so much. You do
Thank
much
you.
more
Yeah.
than I do. I bring you and talk about it, but you do all the legwork in the community.
Thank you.
So I think
Thank
that makes everybody that we need to work together to be able to end gang life, like what it says on the
Yeah.
RCMP.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Find the mantra for all your travel needs. Get your cheapest air tickets. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your vacation. Fair Mantra has the mantra for all your holiday needs. Make the call and steal your deal with Fair Mantra. Call 1-855-962-6872 or 1-604-262-6872.
We ran out of time. Thank you for spending part of your afternoon with us. If you like to support the show by being a sponsor, please call us or email us. Have a great and safe week. Please have those numbers handy in case if you know of someone who need help from Surrey Women's Center. Thank you.
Find the mantra for all your travel needs. Get your cheapest air tickets. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your vacation. Fair Mantra has the mantra for all your holiday needs. Make the call and steal your deal with Fair Mantra. Call 1-855-962-6872 or 1-604-262-6872.
We are one. Around the world and the universe, we are one. North, south, east to west, we are one. Glowing hearts full of love, we are one. A blessing from above.
No matter where we're from, we are one. We are one. We are one.
We are one.
Oh, Canada, our precious native land, our Canada. We all work hand in hand when we stand together. Nothing can go wrong. All the people from around the world, that's what makes us strong. This place we all call our home, the land of the free. Together we can build our lives, a place for you and me. Yeah.
Walk it, be it all across the nation. Around the world.